Oh,
Which
hold on.
is this? We're gonna go here. Yeah, it looks like I am... Okay, so that's working. It's the equip like Sarah mod that isn't for some reason.
Not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved.
We're just gonna
This is a tragic misunderstanding.
do this.
Let's all sheathe our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Business.
Don't believe this piss bag. He started
I
it.
know he started it.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pelharmond. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Frigging user, you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
The funny thing is he says that to you, that line, no matter who you are, and it's like, Jen's a noble, she's a Trevelyan. So she is just like him in that regard. Like, he doesn't necessarily have a leg to stand on, but the nobles, whenever you interact with them and you play as a noble human, seem to forget that you actually have that lineage. Always been weird to me, also slightly amusing, but still, I'm not gonna lie, that definitely borderlines on, that's a little weird. You started this.
This ambush was your doing. Or am I remembering that wrong?
Granted, it wasn't a direct attack, but the first move was hers, and apparently yours. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red jennies. You're of noble birth.
There we
and
go.
as Inquisitor, you are more than a peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Now he remembers.
Arse biscuit.
Yes.
Quite. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
So I like asking him questions here because I think that it's fascinating the way that he was written, and I just think he was written really well anyways. And then the biggest problem is what you'll see in a minute, where Sarah gets like so angry when you talk to him. And it's like, I've personally always subscribed to the notion of if somebody's your enemy, you should do everything you can to understand them. And that's the best way to defeat them, because if you know them, then you'll know their weaknesses and stuff like that. And the fact that no matter what you say here, you can't tell that to Sarah or like show Sarah that is still weird. And what was going on in Vershel?
You were up to something in Vishel, Harmond. What was it?
If you mean bettering my wealth and position, I'm always seeking that.
By getting people hurt.
Lady Shell Morveau and I were jockeying for the land south of Vershel. To claim land, you must populate it. My people encouraged hers to leave. Her people answered in kind, etc. Really, it was all terribly standard displacement until your troops seemed to change the balance. Well played.
Stop talking to him. Really, just stop it.
But we need to know, Sarah. Like, we need to know why these things happen, so then that way we as the Inquisition, or we as in Genevieve, or we as in the Red Jennies, can stop it in the future. You killed innocents.
The servants you killed. They did nothing except talk about what was going on.
You killed my contacts. My friends.
That is entirely true.
Well, that should be that then.
You're the one who empowered them, made their complaints a threat. Perhaps you should have warned them about talking to you.
Tell the snot splash no already. Not saying again.
See, once again, and I do think, like, right here, she gets frustrated more than anything because it kind of gets thrown back on her a bit, where it's like, you all were playing at a game that you didn't think through the consequences on, and that's the problem. That there was always a very real danger or saying things or doing things that would rat out the nobility, and nobody thought it through. And there were then consequences, and now Sarah has to live with that. And I do think in some way, this is like her trying to avoid guilt.
Nothing is free. What do you expect from the Inquisition?
Access, Inquisitor. Your diplomat is wisely selective.
Josie has better taste than him, yeah?
Yeah.
Lady Montilier knows a wise acquisition. Or perhaps can be made to see one.
3, 2, frigging done!
Real. I actually didn't know that this. I don't think I've pushed her this far before.
Now, what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, frigging bastard, shitebag piss face! Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenut, rots
Sarah!
a piece of...
Sarah!
What?
You are literally making wine at this point. But yeah, I haven't pushed Sarah on this one in a while. Because, like, with Ivy, she just kind of was on the same page as Sarah with it. So she wanted to know, like, 1 or 2 things, but otherwise was good. And Jen, she's grumpy. Not Jen. Riley, just grumpy. So.
I think you're done. At this point, you're making wine.
Ugh, that makes it worse. Friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day.
So let's see. I wonder if Sarah's lines are any different here now because we did push her to that point that I haven't in a while. And I just honestly forget. And I don't even know what our likability with her is, so this will be interesting.
What? What do you want? Because I'm still angry. Angry face. And you should thank me for stomping the smile off that arse. He was getting in your head.
What? What? I was literally just asking him questions. I wasn't going to entertain anything. Don't question me. Oh, it was your fault. You're right. I'm sorry. These options are awful. I'm gonna call in. These options are awful. Like, because I don't know exactly what I'm gonna say. It's a little, these are, don't question me.
I don't tolerate people questioning my decisions.
But that was just
I don't want to hear it. I'm leading too many people to put up with this.
pissing me right off, Inquisitor.
Ooh.
We keep up like this, it's not good, right?
Watch yourself. Oh, no. I didn't know. This is so cool.
I need all the help I can get, but consider this a warning.
Well, understood. Hop 2 and all that. If you need me, I'll be waiting for some barking arse to give me orders. So hard to get. Stupid. Everyone.
I didn't know. I've never done that before. Normally, I think I just get really apologetic because back in the day when I, was playing by myself, I was always afraid of people getting angry at me. Now I'm not at all because whatever, they get angry, they get angry. Jen, is your armor fixed now? Girl, what happened? I gotta go make her new armor. Let's go see if that fixes it. I might just need to restart the game too. We've had bugs like this before, and I think usually just restarting has fixed it. But yeah, so we'll try restarting in a bit. And then if that doesn't fix it, I'll probably remod. So, by the way, if you do run into an issue like this with mods and you're curious, the troubleshooting steps, because these won't be on, recording. What I'm going to do is restart. And if restarting doesn't work, then what I'll do is because I'm running both DAI and Frosty, and I have tutorials for all of this, but I will then reapply my .dai mods and make sure that something just didn't get mixed up at some point, and then load in again and see if that worked. If that doesn't work, then what I would do is come back in and redo all the steps to reapply .dai mods, and then before adding Frosty or anything like that in, I'm going to check and see if they work at that point. Actually, honestly, let me backtrack that. What I would do is, if the restart doesn't fix it, reapply the .dai mods, and then before loading in with Frosty and doing the patch, folder, save, change, and all of that good stuff, I'd come in and see if they're working now, because those are .dai mods specifically. And if they're working there, then I'd apply Frosty. And if something doesn't work in the middle, then I know I've got a weird conflict that I have. But if they're not working at the .dai level, then that's an entirely different thing. But because the jammies are working and stuff, it says to me, because the jammies are .dai, I believe her complexion is as well. And then I've got the Iron Bull, no pinstripes. Because I hate the pinstripes. I don't know why he had pinstripes. That's a .dai mod for me. And then does he have a why does he have a shield on his back? And then like Cassandra, her armor, which we'll see in a second, that is also, I believe, .dai. Leliana looked normal, that's .dai. So like I know those mods are working, which would lead me to believe that it's more just a like you just need to like load back into the game. But that's just in case anybody's curious about how modding works in my brain / just when I'm trying to troubleshoot games like this, because this game, oddly enough, I think is very stable as far as save files go. But modding itself is very fragile, so it's weird. Like I feel like this game can take a beating in the save file as far as like changing mods and stuff like that, but it crashes easy and things just don't work very easy. So personally, I'm good with that, in that I'd rather a sturdy save file that can take a good beating, as opposed to the opposite, where you can mod it easy, but the save files get corrupted. You know what I mean? Like, so this is always my preferred issue if there is going to be one. Let's do it! I'm so excited!
What have you done now?
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I'm without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
Me? Me? Oh yeah, no, absolutely. 100%.
Oh, yes. Do you really think I'd miss this?
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsman...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But also, thank you.
This was everything I'd hoped.
I know how you feel.
I wonder if I have time to read the first part.
Don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any. Completely worth it.
I love Barrick. Oh my god, that was so good. Okay, how long has it been since... Oh, let's just do a save. Let's just do a save. Here. And then I actually have... I have a weird question. I go here. I go to Crestwood. So this is another thing that I normally do to mod test. Like, if I go to an older save, is our armor still fudged? Because sometimes it is the save file. I was just talking about how sturdy these save files are, and it's like, watch me have been a dirty, rotten liar. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's like you almost won. It's still fudged here for that one reason. Man, Crestwood was so... No, it is. Yay! Okay, so it does probably just need to be reloaded. But when was the last time we talked to Cullen? I feel like it was somewhat recently. But I feel like with all the breaks I take in recording, it's been a minute. So I think we should go and lock in this romance right now. I do. I 100% do. I think Genevieve is ready for the Knight Commander. I don't think the Knight Commander is ready for Genevieve, but that's because it's Jen. Nobody's ready for Jen. She's something. I love her, but she's something. And I don't know if anybody else will be able to handle her quite the same. Wait, what is this? Oh, pardon.
Strangest thing.
What?
When I reached down, my dagger was
your
gone.
dagger was gone.
Just gone.
Missing.
Know where I found it?
Poof.
In a barrel. The
Hey,
thing was
can I
filled
talk
the
to you,
brim
oh
with
handsome
that-
Knight Commander?
Did you need something?
I did. Can I talk to you about us?
I thought we could talk. Alone.
Alone? I mean, of course. It's a nice day.
What?
There was something you wished to discuss.
You really and truly don't know?
Certainly not the weather.
I assumed that much. I can't say I haven't wondered what I would say to you in this sort of situation.
What's stopping you?
You're the Inquisitor. We're at war, and you... I didn't think it was possible.
But it is. I want to be what? No. Let's do it, Cullen.
And yet I'm still here.
So you are. It seems too much to ask, but I want to.
Commander. You wanted a copy of Sister Leliana's report.
What?
Sister Leliana's report? You wanted it delivered without delay.
I love that look so much.
Or to your office. Right.
If you need to...
I'm sorry. That was, really nice.
Yeah. Don't be sorry. Wait. That was... Oh, let's try... I don't think I've done that was perfect line.
That was what I wanted.
Oh. Good.
They're just two idiots in love, and I love them. No. I love that romance. I love this romance so much. Legitimately, it makes my heart so happy every single time. So Jen has now gotten herself her very own commander of the Inquisition. I hope we're all very happy for her. I am very happy for her. Jen, you're all grown up, honey. I think these are supposed to be multiplayer characters too. All right, we got places to go. You could talk to Cullen, but I need to length it because it goes so quickly. Even though we've completed a decent amount of the game, still it goes so quickly. So let's go places, and I'm gonna try to fix the armor, and then I'm gonna meet you somewhere that isn't Skyhold. All right, so as we're loading into I decided to go to Care Elswyn, by the way, and do Cassandra's quest, but it was literally just a quick reboot, and it fixed my armor issue. So if you too run into something similar, try the quick reboot first. I do think the turning it on and off again is always the best. And whoops, I always hit C because what is it? I think it's because of the gacha games that I play. C is always for characters. So here now, that's my default. But as you can see, Dorian's pants are still fudged. Or maybe it's all, you know what? It might always have been like that. But he looks good. He looks really good. I like those shoes on him too. All right. Are we ready? Care Elswyn is very interesting. It's one of the, I don't know, the Seekers. We kind of knew a bit about them before, I feel but not quite as much. And then hearing from Cassandra about the Seekers is great. But then I think once you get here, some things start to make sense about them. And I also think they're...
Herr Oswin, odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
Everyone's going crazy?
He's involved in crazy, just like everyone else these days.
Truer words have never been spoken. Let's see what lies within.
But the whole lore bomb of that Seekers are resistant. So the reason you never saw Seekers on the field with Corypheus and stuff like that, instead of Red Templars, or with the Red Templars and stuff, is because of that ability. But then what happens with Lucius and everything and the stuff that they sign up for and everything, it's interesting. I love that they went down this road with the Seekers, and they didn't leave the Seekers as just these holier than thou better Templars, you know? Hello. And I like it too that Cassandra's a great example of it's never the entirety of the group. This is a group of them, but it's not entirely them. Cassandra's not like them. There are other Seekers not like them. This is what happens when you don't question orders and everything. And I like the way that the storyline moves in that regard. I'm looting. You watch your step. I don't know what you just hit, Jen.
Promises.
Yes.
I should have known.
See, now we get the
The
promisers.
Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers.
Oh?
They've hounded us for centuries.
Wait. Investigate. Strange beliefs?
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Ending the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes, the world will be reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
Why not deal with them?
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have, many times.
So how do they keep coming
They
back?
simply reappear after a time like weeds. Nobody knows how.
Isn't that weird? Cultist sounds fun.
Cultists. Why am I not surprised?
This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
So, now we've got this promiser cult. Love a good cult. I do. I mean, if you've hung out with me before, you know I think cults are fun in games like these. Especially if you get to join. You are not going to be joining the promisers, though. I would never join the promisers. But I do think it's interesting that the Seekers, like, because Cassandra is telling you about the promisers from a established Seeker perspective, as opposed to a promiser perspective, or somebody that might be well versed in just the history of the Seekers. Like, this is the rhetoric that Cassandra was given and knows as somebody who's gone through, excuse me, everything that it takes to become a Seeker. You have to ask yourself, is this really what the promisers are, or is there more to them? Is there more in that they think that they are the only Seekers and that they should have burnt the world? And while that does sound incredibly like, why would you believe that? It makes you wonder where it stems from. Why do they believe that? Where does this belief come from? Did the Seekers actually break off from them? Did they break off from the Seekers? Are they actually two entirely different factions that were at war? Were the Seekers not even Seekers? And was it like the Promisers and somebody else? And then it all kind of went together. And now we have the Seekers. And like the Cassandra Seekers are the ones that won that faction war. And then the Promisers are who was left. And like, these are just fun questions that you get to ask. And I think a good game, a good story allows you to walk through all of these different thought processes going, well, I wonder what would happen if it was this, or I wonder what would happen if it was that. Which is one of the reasons I love this quest, because it definitely allows you to have some fun with that.
A Seeker. Did they torture him to death? The Promisers will pay for this.
Yes, they will. And I like that you get to bring somebody like you have Cassandra on your team who is a Seeker. So who's only going to see this from an emotional standpoint, as she should, kind of thing. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it definitely changes how you see this whole event too, because your view of it is being colored in by how Cassandra's viewing it, because she's the one like narrating it as you go. Okay.
Make it take you.
I don't know if the Maker wants them, Cassandra. Oh. That noise is so creepy. So freaking creepy. I just want lore. I don't need loot. I need lore. But I will take your fur and other stuff that I will never use. All right, I have to now. Oh, the dead animals. Always makes me so sad. Okay. Nothing over here. And then there was this up here, right? I don't think there's actually anything left. Wait. Oh, that over there. Did we need a key? Did I get a key? Courtyard key. Oh.
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Lord Samson, commander of the Red Templars. Does Corypheus not realize the Promisers want the world to end? What use are they to him?
You didn't ask that question, did you, Cassandra? The Promisers want the world to end. Corypheus wants the world to end in his own way. Like, he wants the world to basically be reborn. into his own sick, twisted vision of what it should be. So who better to help you bring about the end of everything as we know it to start something new than the Promisers? Like, it would make sense. Like, it 100% makes sense that they allied together. And I do like that. Like, I think that that was a really good play.
Corypheus will probably betray them before they get their chance.
But after he gets what he needs out of them. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
Why are the Seekers resistant?
The letter said Seekers were resistant to Red Lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to Red Lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
Do you really want to know, though?
Do you really want to keep looking? What we find might not be pleasant.
I do not shy away from unpleasant things. I must know.
I love that look from Jen. I do appreciate, though, the fact that Cassandra's character's like, I gotta know. Good or bad. And that's what makes Cassandra heroic time and time and time again, is that she knows that this is, like, you can tell, she already knows that this isn't gonna be good, but she's willing to go down this road wherever it leads, because it's more important to get the truth and to put an end to the insanity than otherwise.